Hey there, friends! It's so good to be here with you, stepping into 2025. Today's episode is powerful, personal, and maybe even a little vulnerable. I am reintroducing myself, not just to you, but to me too. And what better timing? We're stepping into 2025, right? Here's the truth. We're not the same people we were a year ago, 5 years ago, or even yesterday. And that's beautiful because we are meant to grow, evolve, and redefine ourselves. So I'm inviting you to join me on this journey, not just to hear about my reintroduction, but to start thinking about your own. Because 2025 is the perfect time to ask, who do I want to become?
Welcome to the Guri Show, your go to podcast for retreat leaders, coaches, and transformation seekers who are ready to create thriving businesses while embracing self healing, wellness, and personal growth. Hosted by Guri Kaur, yeah, that is me. This show is your space to learn how to design life changing retreats, confidently sell your offers, and master the mindset shifts needed to create abundance and impact. Each episode dives deep into actionable strategies, personal insights, and soulful practices that combine business growth with inner transformation. From self healing techniques and wellness rituals to powerful tools for scaling your coaching programs, we'll help you align your purpose, your profits, and your peace. Whether you are building your first retreat or scaling to six figures and beyond, the Guri Show is your space to dream big, transform yourself, and empower others to do the same. Tune in, grow your business, heal your soul, and create the legacy you're destined for. Let's thrive together.
Okay? Now, let me take you back for a moment. In 2016, I was an economics teacher, living what I thought was a stable life. But deep down, I felt trapped. I knew I was meant for more, but I had no idea where to start or what more even looked like. In March 2017, I called it quits. I couldn't keep living the way I was. I had hit rock bottom mentally and emotionally. I spent the rest of that year clawing my way out of depression, trying to piece myself back together and figure out who I wanted to be. By November 2017, I knew one thing. I wanted to step into the digital world. I didn't know how or what exactly I would do, but I was ready to build something from scratch. Over the last 7 years, I've pivoted, stumbled, and grown in many ways I never imagined. And if there's one thing I've learned along the way, it's this: our struggles don't define us, how we rise from them does. I've always been someone who thrives in freedom and independence. And as a manifester in human design and an Aries sunshine, I'm hardwired to take bold steps, to create and to lead. But that doesn't mean the journey has been easy. There were moments when I was in debt, deep in debt, like $30,000 in debt, and at the time it was too much. It felt like I will ever be able to recover from this. There were times I remember staring at my laptop. There were times when I was unable to even recharge my internet, wondering how I would make it through. I've faced the heartbreak of failed launches in times when I needed the money most. I have experienced the frustration of being locked out of my Facebook ad account just when I thought everything is turning in my favor. And the crushing weight of EMIs stacking up has broken me down several times. But what kept me going? A deep belief that I was here to create impact, that I deserved money and wealth in abundance. Deep belief to inspire and to solve problems, that I'm here to do all those things, not just for myself, but for others too. That belief is part of my core. It's my Cancer rising showing up as intuition and empathy, helping me connect with people and guide them toward transformation. Even when everything felt like it was falling apart, I leaned into what I value the most: authenticity, courage, and emotional depth. Depth, not debt. I didn't shy away from the hard questions like who am I now and who do I want to become? Each time I found myself in the depths of doubt, I chose to rebuild, to pivot, and to redefine what success looked like for me. Today, I stand here not as someone who has figured it all out, but as someone who has embraced the process of becoming. I'm Guri, a manifester, a retreat leader, a digital CEO, a kind human being, and someone who deeply believes in the power of growth. My journey has taught me to lead with courage, create with intention, and always stay true to my vision. And that's why I'm here today. Not just to reintroduce myself, but to invite you to redefine who you want to become in 2025. Let's talk about something I've learned the hard way over the past couple of years, 7 to 8 years. The power of redefining yourself. How do we hold on to how often, let me put it this way. How often do we hold on to outdated versions of ourselves because it feels safe? We cling to jobs, relationships, or ways of being that might have worked in the past, but don't align with who we have grown to be. It's like wearing clothes 2 sizes too small, uncomfortable, restrictive, and holding us back from moving freely into the future. I've been there, and trust me, it's exhausting. When I started this journey, I thought success was about having a clear plan and sticking to it. Really, I thought it's a straight line. But life doesn't work that way. Redefining yourself means letting go of old identities and beliefs, even when it's scary or uncomfortable. It means looking at where you are and being honest about what's no longer serving you. For me, that meant walking away from teaching, even though it felt safe. It meant embracing failures, pivoting from launches that didn't work, and learning to rebuild when things fell apart. And that in itself is such a powerful statement, I can't tell you. Whew, okay. The hardest part, though, it's not the external shifts, it's the internal ones. When I was deep in debt, I had to redefine what success looked like for me. I had to stop tying my worth to my bank account or the results of my launches. I had to ask myself, who am I really? What do I stand for? Even when everything else is crumbling. Redefining myself wasn't just about becoming a retreat leader or a digital CEO or just learning about my sunshine or human design. It was about reclaiming my power and believing in my vision, even when the world gave me every reason to doubt. And here's the truth: redefining yourself isn't a one time thing, it's a lifelong practice. Who you are today doesn't have to be who you are tomorrow. You're allowed to evolve, pivot, and rewrite your story as many times as it takes. And as we step into 2025, I want you to think about this. Who do you want to become? Not the version of you that feels safe or small, but the version of you that lights up a room. the version of you that takes risks, embraces change, and knows they're worthy of a bigger and more aligned life. Redefining yourself isn't rejecting who you were, it's about honoring your past while stepping boldly into your future. And trust me, there's no better time to start than right now. Right now is always the perfect time to begin. With that being said, with all of that build up, I'm just opening my water bottle. Give me a second. We are entering into the next segment where I'm going to give you a redefinition exercise using which you can redefine yourself for 2025 while listening to this podcast. Okay, that was about a break. It might just get edited out in the editing, but I still wanted to tell you. Anyway, now that we've talked about the power of redefining yourself, let's make it real. This isn't just about listening, it's about action. And I want to guide you through a simple but powerful exercise I call the New You Blueprint. This exercise is all about clarity. It's about understanding who you are now, who you want to become, and what steps you need to take to bridge that gap. So grab a journal or just take a moment to reflect as I walk you through it. And if you're a regular listener, I'm sure you're already carrying your journal and your pen because you know I give you a lot of stuff to write down. I give you a lot of stuff to reflect on as well. Okay, that being said, step number one. Step number one is reflect on your current self. The first step to redefining yourself is understanding where you are right now. Ask yourself, who am I today? What roles, labels, or identities am I holding on to? Which ones feel good and which ones feel heavy? Next question you could ask yourself is, what am I proud of in my life? Because it's important to acknowledge the wins, no matter how small they may seem. What's holding me back right now? Be honest. What habits, beliefs, or fears are keeping you stuck? What's the subconscious narrative that's going on in your mind right now? And that narrative, that tape, could be your biggest fear, could be your biggest belief or a habit. And it could be the biggest thing that's holding you back right now. So take your time with this step. The goal isn't to criticize yourself, but to create awareness. And you can't move forward if you don't know where you're beginning. Okay? Now, once you've done that, you can come back to this episode and move forward to step number two, which is imagine your future self. Now, close your eyes and dream big. When I say close your eyes. And when I say dream big, really, really, really big, dream big. Picture yourself 1 year from now, living the life you truly, truly desire. And ask yourself, if I could reinvent myself, what would I do? What would I pursue if failure or fear weren't an issue? Next thing, what traits, habits, or beliefs would my future self have? Would they be more confident, patient, daring, or disciplined? How would I feel every day as that person? Joyful, calm, energized? Really sink into that feeling. And this isn't just about creating a perfect version of yourself, it's about aligning with what feels most authentic. Once you've done that, move forward to step number 3, which is define 3 action steps. Here's where the magic happens. Take everything you've just reflected on and turn it into action. What are the 3 small but meaningful steps you can take right now to start living as your future self? For example, if future self is healthy and energetic, maybe your step is drinking a big glass of water every morning. If future self is confident, your step could be speaking up in your next meeting or reaching out to someone you've been scared to connect with. If your future self is organized and focused, your step might be creating a simple daily to do list. The key is to keep it simple. Big transformations happen through consistent small actions. And then move to step 4, share and commit. Finally, I want you to take one insight or action step and share it with someone. Maybe it's a friend, a family member, or even me. If you're in social media, tag me so I can cheer you on. I would be so happy to do that. Or reply to this episode via email or maybe comment down below and let me know what your first step is. When you share your intentions, something shifts. It's like saying to the universe, I'm ready for this change. Now, this isn't just about writing things down. It's about creating clarity and momentum. So many of us stay stuck because we never take the time to ask ourselves, what do I really want? And so this exercise gives you permission to dream bigger, shed the old layers, and start moving toward a life that truly feels like yours. And here's the best part, you don't have to get it all perfect. Redefining yourself is a process, not a one time event. And so each time you take a step, no matter how small, each step brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. So, who do you want to become in 2025? Let's redefine ourselves one step at a time. Now, as we step into 2025, I've been reflecting deeply on what's next for me, not just as a business owner, but also as a person. The last 7 years have taught me that success isn't about reaching a finish line. It's about continuing to grow, evolve, and aligning with what truly lights you up. And so this year, I'm stepping into an even bigger version of my purpose. And I'm not just running a business, I am building spaces and communities where transformation becomes possible. My retreats will continue to be at heart of my work because nothing compares to witnessing the breakthroughs that happen when people unplug from their routines and reconnect with themselves and step into their power. I can't tell you, watching someone walk into a retreat feeling uncertain and leave feeling unstoppable, that's my why. That's what keeps me going. But it doesn't stop there. This year, I'm expanding my programs, I'm improving my programs, my framework. I recently gave a name to my framework. I spent this entire year 2024 just waiting for the name for my framework, my method to come to me because I didn't want to force a name. I waited an entire year for the name to come to me, and it has come. It has come. Actually, and this happened like a week ago. And so this year, I'm going to be sharing about my framework, the new name, a lot with my people, a lot with you guys. In fact, I'm doing a retreat business one-on-one series. I think it's going to have like 5 episodes. So if you're a new and aspiring retreat leader, retreat coach, or whatever, any retreat professional, you can listen to those 4 to 5 episodes and get started. And I'm going to be introducing my method with its new name in one of the episodes. So if you're following me for some time now, you already know what steps my method includes, but the name was missing. So I've trademarked the name, um, and I'm going to be introducing it to you very soon. Okay, I think 2 episodes in that retreat business 101 series are already out. I kind of like pushed back on third, fourth, and fifth episode because I wanted to do this episode and the 7 lessons I've learned in the past 7 years first, so that I'm entering 2025 with you guys on this special note. And then I think I'm going to continue publishing the rest of the episodes in that series. Anyway, so I'm improving my programs, and I'm expanding my tools to reach even more people. I want to support entrepreneurs, coaches, and leaders like yourself in creating businesses that don't just make money, but feel deeply, deeply fulfilling. I'm passionate about helping people align with their gifts, attract clients who resonate with their values, and build lives they're excited to wake up to every day, because this has been my driving force every day, every single day. And personally, my vision for 2025 is about practicing what I preach. I want to embody the balance, freedom, and alignment I talk about with my clients. That means protecting my energy, saying no to things that don't serve me, and staying open to whatever pivots or possibilities come my way. And also improving the relationship that I have with my partner. It's been 2 years we're together. We love each other madly. We fight, we argue, we do everything that might seem like, oh, it's not going to work. And then it just works. And I'm not talking about an emotional roller coaster, but like giving each other time to understand each other, and also being human with each other. So, and being human means expressing all emotions and then learning about our childhood traumas and childhood programming, and learning about each other and making sure that we are on the right path. Yeah, so that's happening also. And here's what I know for sure: this year isn't just about me, it's about us. If you've been following me for some time, you know that I've recently launched a community membership, Retreat Connection Hub. And it's a place for coaches, retreat professionals to not only hang out, but to learn and grow together. Also, I'm training social media marketers and virtual assistants who are going to assist you if you choose to join this community. And so those are like easily accessible to you. And that's going to be a big one this year. And other than that, I would be doing some couple of launches here and there. My big signature program would also be the spotlight of this year. But the retreats are the main thing, you know? Everything sounds good when it comes to programs and on a personal level as well. But retreats are going to be the biggest thing happening this year. I'm going big, and I'm going super big. Okay, that was a little bit about my vision for 2025. Now, I want to ask you, what's your 2025 vision? What do you want to create, experience, or step into this year? Whether it's a new business, a deeper sense of self, or simply more joy in your everyday life. I want you to know that it's possible. Together, let's make 2025 the year we let go of fear, embrace possibility, and take the bold steps we've been putting off because the best is yet to come. And I'm so honored to walk this journey with you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This episode wasn't just about me reintroducing myself. It was also about inviting you to redefine yourself. If you take just one thing away from this, let it be this. You're allowed to evolve. You don't have to stay stuck in old roles, old beliefs, or old versions of yourself. 2025 is your chance to rewrite your story. Now, before I go, let me give you a little teaser of what's coming next, if I have already not spilled the beans. Over the past 7 years, I've experienced just about every high and low you can imagine. From losing money on failed launches to paying off massive debt, and from questioning my identity to finding my purpose. It's been a wild ride. And along the way, I have learned some pretty powerful lessons. In the next episode, I'll be sharing 7 lessons I learned in 7 years. The real, unfiltered truths that have shaped who I am today and how I approach business, life, and growth. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Until then, take a moment to reflect on today's exercise. Who do you want to become in 2025? If you're feeling brave, share your vision with me. I would love to cheer you on. Thank you for listening. Do comment, do follow, subscribe, whatever works. And thank you for being part of this community and for allowing me to share my journey with you. Here's to redefining ourselves and stepping into the lives we are meant to live. I'll see you in the next episode.